Here it comes. Yep. You know what that means, baby. We are back. It is a Tuesday night, aka kind of my Friday night this week. Got the next 2 days off work, so gonna enjoy a couple beverages. I know I skipped. Didn't record a pod last week. It was a pretty rough week, so I'm glad to be back on here. But yeah, man, I skipped last week, dude. Kind of a week from hell, man. Um, Weather jumped like 50 degrees between like 2 days, which is just, dude, fucking, uh, like, when that shit happens, like, I just know, like, I'm gonna get sick, like, everybody else is gonna get sick, my fucking daughter's gonna get sick. Like, I already know it's gonna happen before, like, we even start to go down. And that's exactly what fucking happened as soon as that weather spiked. Um, but yeah, man, more on that in a minute, dude. Just to hop into these beers. I'm kind of going rogue this week with the beers. I had a donation, our first ever beer donation to the pod. My buddy Dan brought me some beers back when he got back from Virginia. Brought me a few beers. I have two different beers. I'm gonna have one kind of opener beer, and then I'm gonna have two others. So this first beer is it's called Mango Ride Wheat Ale. Not sure if that's from a local brewery down there, but I was trying to get some intel off of him before I went on, but he didn't get back to me in time. But Mango Ride Wheat Ale is my first beer. It's pretty good. A little opening, a little easy breezy to go down kind of opener here. But yeah, man, dude. So everybody got sick last week, me included. Everyone at work's just dropping like fucking flies. Our baby got sick. She had to stay home from daycare, which means we had to like alternate staying home from work last week. It was pretty fucking rough. And dude, like when the baby's sick, she doesn't sleep all night, which means we're not sleeping all night. And man, like when I don't sleep, dude, like lack of sleep turns me into such a little bitch in the mornings. It's actually like it's kind of pathetic, dude. Like I can handle one morning coming off of like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, but like once it's like 3 days in a row of like that little sleep, dude, I turn into such a whiny piece of shit. I'm just like, just mad at everyone, like cussing the cat out, like fucking throwing a silent like temper tantrum while I'm getting ready for work. Just like life's not fair. I should have stayed single forever. Could be at landmark right now. This is bullshit. But yeah, dude. Then I like snap out of it after like the first hour. But like, dude, when that fucking alarm first goes off, I swear, I just like I want to just go in the kitchen and like turn all the gas like on all the burners and just throw a fucking match down. Like that's how fucking irate I am getting out of bed. But we push on. So what else, man? What's going on with me lately besides just being sick and not sleeping, the usual? I don't know, dude. I've really just been on my grind, kinda like head down, staying humble. Nah, I just been watching Reacher like on Prime before bed, so I'm basically in like lone warrior wandering the earth mode right now. I'm just like these bad guys better fucking pray they don't run into me at a small town diner in the middle of nowhere. Nah, dude, that I'm watching the show. It's definitely not winning any awards, but I fucking love watching Thad Castle just bring justice to the fucking weakest villains you will ever watch. But yeah, man, I don't know. Speaking of award shows, though, dude, professional transition. That, by the way, it's what they say in the business of fucking transition. So, award shows. I don't know if you guys have read this new diversity quota shit that they're doing for the Oscars, bro. I'm about to wait till I dig into this shit. Give me a sec. All right, so for a film to qualify for an Oscar, there has to be certain inclusivity markers met. Just to name like one, there has to be like 30% of all cast members must be from like a minority group, whether that's like an ethnic group, LGBT, whatever, like etc. Basically, there's like four rules, and like I think each movie has to have like two of them, or they won't qualify to win an Oscar, more or less. Like brief summary. But all right, so like first of all, as you can probably guess, there's some furious fucking whites out there. Like immediately they're saying, like I see it online, like, are they saying the fucking Godfather wouldn't qualify for an Oscar? Or fucking Braveheart? Like, dude, not even the fucking Lord of the Rings? So like, yeah, dude, the whites are fired up. I'm not quite like as fired up as my fellow whites on it. Like I don't super care that much. I guess I just have like a different take. I think I don't know, man. My thinking on this is like, okay, like I get it. We got these groups that you're trying to include, but like what? I feel like the line of like quote unquote marginalized groups always gets drawn in a certain spot, and like there's just like other underrepresented people in our country who like they just don't give a fuck about, like I don't know, like fucking the obese, or like I don't know, fucking short people, people who are fucking ugly, like blind or deaf people, disabled people, like whatever. Like what about fucking gingers? All right. Nah, that last one was kind of a joke, but like where does the line of privilege like actually lie in Hollywood, and why do they always cut it off at the same spot? So like I don't know, dude. I just like I ran through some quick numbers just to see this is how movies would look if true representation was upheld across the board. All right, you ready for this? So 40% of the US is obese. So that's right. From now on, 2 out of every 5 actors on screen better be a fat fuck, all right? I want the obese represented. 50% of the population is under 5'9". That means all these fucking movies should be absolutely full of short kings, all right? Get on it. 25 to 30% have some kind of mental handicap. I mean, we should be lining up the slow bros right now cuz after Rain Man and Radio, we haven't really been meeting the quota. And then like, all right, also on like handicap, dude, over 25% of Americans have a physical disability. 25%. There's been an extreme lack of like scooter riding in grocery stores on the TV screen. Where are the fucking gimps? The Walking Dead cannot be the reason Hollywood has met its leg dragger target over the last decade, all right? We got to get the fucking handicap people on screen because we have to be representing everybody. And then, like, I don't know, man. Like, personally, for me, I think, like, hold on. I'm on a fucking roll right now. Let me take a sip. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm fucking joking, but, like, I think, like, ability for anything should, like, be the key factor in landing any kind of role, like whether it's acting or singing or a fucking doctor, like a car mechanic, like whatever, dude. Like, get a good cast of characters and no one will give a fuck, in my opinion. But, like, all right, I will say all that to say though, like, I'm not completely ignorant of like shit that's going on, like the disparities we face as a nation. Like, I agree, we should definitely strive for equal opportunity, and if like, for lack of a better term, if these like forced representations inspire people from like some of these groups to like give them confidence to go for some of the shit, then like, all right, I'll give you that. Maybe that helps some people kind of find their footing and like push to be that if they would not already do it, like fine, I'll give you that, all right. But like, I just think it's interesting where the line is like it's just like race, gender, sexual orientation, bam, there's a line. So like, fuck all the rest of you guys. And like, yeah, man, I'm just saying, like, I don't know, dude. Like, obviously, I want everybody to feel included and like be a part of a collective. I'm not a fucking complete piece of shit. Like, all I'm saying is, man, like, hopefully one day all the fat, ugly midgets out there get their time to shine as well. All right, that's all. That's all I want to see. Um, but yeah, dude. Taking a sip here. That's actually wow. That is the end of the first beer. This Mango Ride Wheat Ale. It's pretty solid. Very easy to drink, as you can see. My buddy Dan did get back to me. It's actually this was brewed in Virginia. He as was the other beer that I'm gonna pop open here. But yeah, man, he got him local, drove him back up. I would like to think just for me in the pod, donating to a good cause. It's probably not because he didn't like them and was dumping them off. Couldn't be that. So appreciate him for these. This is a solid beer. I'm gonna go grab the next one. All right, we'll see what's in store for us. All right, we're fucking back. Got the next beer. This we have Devil's Backbone Brewing Company. It's a Vienna lager. You know me. I'm a slut for any kind of lager, so I'm sure this will be just fine with me. Pop it open. All right. Take a little sip here, see what we're working with. It's not bad. A little bold, a little thicker than the last one. This will probably take a little longer to get through, but you know, it's off the. It's very smooth. Oh, trying to think of what it reminds me of. It's almost like an ambery kind of ale. There's no like mainstream beer I can think off the top of my head, but I mean it's good. I like it, but we're gonna put it down while we fucking get going here. So just took a piss in between, as I tend to do on this show, so I don't get it fucking built up while I'm talking. But dude, I'm gonna fucking tell you guys something that I'm gonna share with you something that I haven't shared with anybody. Not my wife, not my friends, not my doctor, not I haven't even like tweeted this shit on my old Twitter account who had like 20 followers. No, this has never been said before. So, all right, let me set the stage for what's been going on. So like 2 weeks ago, I went out to a brewery with friends as we do. I think I had 3 beers. I had 3 beers, and then my buddy got he got like a last call beer, and he dumped half of it into an empty beer cup or like my empty beer glass or whatever. So I had like 3.5 beers, probably over 2.5 to 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours by the time I left and came back. So 3.5 beers, right? Get home. I find food in the fridge, like leftovers from lunch. I down all the food, and then I just literally just pass out. I pass out. So a pretty normal night. Wasn't drunk or anything. 3 beers, like I said. I was not hydrating throughout the night at all. Um, I probably once I left for the brewery and till I passed out later. I don't think I had any water at all, just the beers and then the food that I ate. So in the middle of the night, I wake up, go to the bathroom. Normally when I drink, I have to piss in the middle of the night. But yeah, I get up. Still a little, I get up, feel a little dizzy at first, but that's pretty normal. Wake from a deep sleep, kind of beers processing. Walk to the bathroom. Get there, get ready to do business. Um, Zipper down, hand down, boom. Next thing I know, I'm waking up on the floor. Um, Apparently, what woke me up is the wicker basket holding a bunch of shit above my toilet fucking crashed to the floor, spilled everywhere. Woke me up out of my like. So I'm pretty sure what happened is I fucking started pissing, fell forward, passed the fuck out midstream, hit my head on this wicker basket and caused it to fall down. Where I like kind of I woke up like crouched next to it. So yeah, man, fucking passed out taking a piss, and this would be like maybe not too weird. I don't know. Like, but it's happened before. This is like the third time that I can remember this happening, and every time I wasn't like super drunk when it happened. It's like so I don't want to say like I fucking passed out drinking, but like this time I was like, no, there's no way I was fucking drunk. Like I had 3 beers. I'm not a pussy. Like let me look this shit up. And apparently this is like a real thing. Like passing out while fucking pissing is like it's like obviously it's common in like super old dudes who are like don't have control of their shit, like old men, and then it's like it happens when people are super drunk, dehydrated, but it also happens when if you have a super low resting heart rate, which I do. I have like a crazy low. My resting heart rate's like 40 BPM, which is like hold on a sec. I mean, not to brag or anything, but 40 BPMs like that's like a high endurance athlete's resting heart rate. I mean, you know me, I'm getting my steps in. But honestly, no, that for real is my heart rate. It's always been that way. But like that coupled with like me waking up in the middle of the night, had a few beers, super dehydrated. Apparently, your like blood pressure fucking spikes at this point. And then when you piss, like pissing's literally a release valve, I guess, for this pressure. And like if it happens too quickly and you drop far enough, like you just pass out. It's just I never heard of this before, but it's just a common. You start pissing, you pass out immediately. And I was like, I was looking it up, and I was like, yeah, dude. Apparently this happens to a lot of people, not just like old men. Like dudes like wake up in the middle of the night, piss, and next thing you know, they fucking cracked their like they'll crack a tooth on their fucking because they hit their face on their fucking toilet because they went down like pissing and fucking like one dude said he fell backwards and like broke his ribs against his like the side of his bathtub. Like dude, this shit is pretty intense. So like this is like the third time it's happened to me that I can remember. Like this is going back like since I started drinking really. Like the first time it happened to me was actually fucking when I was living up at Rutgers. I took an edible and this happened, and I gave it to I like just described it to like I took an edible for the first time, like a very strong one too, because like we're fucking idiots who don't know what we're doing, and like woke up in the middle of the night pissed, woke up on the bathroom floor like laying horizontal on the bathroom floor, no recollection of how I got there. I just remember going to piss, and then I woke up like however long later. And then another time was in this house now that I have, I think like right after we first moved in, or roughly maybe 4 years ago. I bought the house. Similar scenario. Like, I remember waking up in the middle of the night, um, going to the bathroom, and then like when I remember I remember going to piss, and then I remember like the next thing I can remember is me like kind of like hovered over the toilet bowl, like I was just throwing up or I had to throw up, but I didn't throw up. But that's the next place I remember me being is just like crouched down like in a throw up position. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? But now this third time that it happened, I'm like, nah, dude, something's going on. And yeah, dude, sure enough, I've been I've been standing, pissing, and passing out, like just falling over. Like, dude, I could have fucking cracked a tooth, could have split my head open. I don't know, dude. All I'm saying is drink water, stay fucking hydrated, and maybe piss sitting down in the middle of the night when you wake up, dude. But I don't know, man. So that's been pretty scary. But I I just took a piss after that first beer, and also I took an 8 ounce shot of water just to stay hydrated. I'm not letting that shit happen again. So you'll see me pissing, sitting down. Mind your business, all right? Ah, this beer's good, dude. It's very smooth, very easy to drink, but yeah, man, really like it. So what else, dude? Um, I don't know, man. I wasn't even planning on talking about that, honestly. Like, I didn't have much prepared for it. But I'm like, fuck it, man. I feel like I'm being honest with myself on this shit and like putting shit out there. So I don't know. My wife's gonna hear this and be like, "You're fucking passing out while you're pissing, you stupid idiot." Like, I already know that's coming if she listens to this. She probably won't though. So we'll see. What else though, dude? All right. Here's something else I wanted to fucking talk about because this shit is like it's getting insane to me to watch. But all right, let me set the stage for what I'm saying. All right, so imagine. All right, this is gonna sound weird, but just hang on with me for a sec. Like, bear with me. Imagine you're watching Olympic wheelchair basketball, right? Just hear me out. These dudes have been perfecting their craft in these chairs for years, right? Like they can all pass, they can all shoot, they can fucking dribble while wheeling themselves around. It's like it's impressive as fuck to watch. They're all insanely skilled. Like they're the literal best in the world at what they do. Okay? So now, imagine if one of these elite Olympic level talents right before tip off, imagine one of these dudes just fucking stood up. He gets out of his chair, fucking takes a big stretch and just stands up, towering over the rest of these guys. And then and then they just start playing anyway. This guy is like obviously he fucking starts dominating. He gets every rebound, he blocks every shot, like he shoots and dunks over everyone. Like nobody's contesting it, obviously. And then now like you probably be looking around like they're just gonna let this guy fucking keep playing. Like we're just gonna let this happen. Like he's just gonna do this. He's just gonna fucking terrorize everyone. And that is my experience when I watch Victor Wembanyama play basketball. It's exactly that. Like dude is a freak athlete and like a league of freak athletes. Like there's never been a dude like as tall and as long as he is like in the history of the sport, like having his wingspan plus height. And then like you put on top of that like he has the skills of a fucking guard. He's not like one of those clumsy big men who are just like I don't know, just like running around like Bambi. They don't have fucking coordination, but they're just tall as fuck, so they made the lead. No, he's like actually like NBA level talented, and then he has these fucking dimensions, right? Like, dude's a true one of one, and it's like I don't know, man. And it's like funny watching him like trash talk post game, like he's like already the best player in the league. And I'm like, dude, I get it. He's a once in a lifetime prospect. Like, yeah, man, I could fucking go join a game of third graders right now and fucking dominate all of them. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be on a podium afterwards. But obviously, I'm like fucking joking. But this guy's like literally watching. He's playing a different sport than these guys. It's like it literally should not be allowed. Like he's the only guy that I've ever seen, like in our lifetime. He can like stand in one spot and like defend the rim and the 3-point line without fucking moving. Like he's that tall and long that he can literally be in one spot and defend like a whole half of the court. Like it's like you when you watch him, you just fucking like laugh when you see it because it's fucking crazy. But I don't know, dude. Like obviously we're all here for it. Like he's a fucking insane talent. Like sky's the limit. But it's nuts watching it because it's like you see talented people like Steph, like who can shoot and like he's really mastered shooting, or like you see people like Kyrie's insane at dribbling, like the best handles I've ever seen probably. But Wemby's just he's like built in a lab. Like it's a different he's playing a different game than everybody else. It's fucking truly bizarre to watch. I was watching some of his highlights and it's just like this is not real. Like these players that he's playing against aren't used to like this creature doing what he's doing. It's fucking wild, dude. What else though, man? Let me take a sip here. Ah, man, I'm really all over the place. Some fucking went from Oscars to Victor Wembanyama. Just I don't know, man. I got a lot of weird thoughts throughout the week. I think, just like scrolling on my phone as I do. But what else, dude? Tonight I got a fucking text from my wife. Like I get one of these texts maybe like once or twice a month, and I'm just like fuck every time I see it. And you know what it is? It says something along these lines. It'll say, "Hey, just wanted to let you know that we saved $50 today at Target." I'm like, oh, okay. I know exactly what the fuck that means. That means we just spent a shitload of money at Target. And sure enough, I'll open my bank account and it'll be Target minus $350. So like, yeah, I guess she saved $50. She got 12% off. Like, good job. Now, all right, hold on a sec. Let me take a sip. Like, I feel like I'm legally required to say, but it is for stuff that we need anyway, or she'll beat the shit out of me. And like, it's true for the most part. It's definitely true. But like, I just know whenever I hear like, "Babe, we saved money," it always translates to, "Babe, we just spent a shitload of money." Like literally every time. I don't know if you guys girls like try to pull this shit. Like, it's like some kind of weird psychology on you. I'm like, no, I know what's happening here. But yeah, man. And with that said, that is the end of the first Vienna lager, the second beer. One more Vienna left. I did I had a backup Boston lager in case I didn't fuck with one of these beers. I didn't have to drink two Viennas or whatever, but I like it. So I'm gonna have the third and final beer here, and I'll be right back. All right. All right. Just took. All right. This is how hydrated I am right now. I just fucking finished that last segment. Took a piss real quick. Went, grabbed a beer, took another 8 ounce shot of water, and then took another piss. So I'm going from not hydrated to like so fucking hydrated right now. So I should be fine. I should be good to piss and walk away unscathed tonight. We'll see though. Cracked open the last beer. Going with another Vienna, dude. Take a first sip here. Yeah, man, dude. Just like I don't know. I was like kind of tired. I didn't want to. I was debating whether doing this tomorrow. Fucking long couple days of work. But like, dude, once the beers start flowing, like this beer number three, man, it's like you get a second win, man. I feel like I could just keep going at this point, but you know, we limit ourselves to three beers. You know, I don't wanna get too crazy, but man, I'm starting to hit my zone. I feel like, but what else I gotta fucking want to get into tonight? Just a few things, really. Dude, I was I wanted to talk about like I was thinking about like crazy dreams I've recently had, but like not even getting in on my personal dreams. Like I was thinking today of how crazy my fucking wife's dreams are. Dude, she's had like literally like predictive dreams. It's been pretty fucking crazy. She told me when I met her like she like dreamed about this road in South Jersey that she had never been here before. She came from Mexico. She had a dream about this road in South Jersey where she saw fucking an owl. She never seen an owl before. And like we were riding down a road one day. She's like, "This is the fucking road. This is the road. I'm telling you." And a fucking owl flies by like immediately, dude. It's like she's connected to some deeper shit, and it kind of scares me sometimes. She'll just be like, "Dude, the when she was first like didn't know we were pregnant yet. She didn't know she was pregnant, but she had a dream. And in her words, a witch came and asked her if she wanted to have a baby right now. And she was like, I don't know when the next chance will be. Do you want to have it? And Sam was like, she said yes or whatever. She said yes, I'm ready now. And then, dude, the fucking like 2 days later, we found out she was pregnant. Like I'm telling you, she's like connected to like forces out there. She fucking scares me. I have to like watch my tone around her. Um, she came up to me one day. She was like, I had a dream you were cheating on me with one of your hoes from high school. And I was like, how does she know who I just jerked off to last night? No, that one was a joke, babe. That was a joke. If you're here, that we're all jokes here. Um, no, dude, but she does dream crazy shit. And like apparently, like 2 nights ago, she had a dream that we have a tree in our backyard that's like been meaning like we got to get down. It's old and there's like a big ass branch hanging over our house. Not enough to like go through the fucking roof, but like it's enough to do some damage if it comes down. And like she had a dream a couple nights ago that it did come down and like no one was harmed, but it like went through the roof in between our bed where we were all sleeping. So I'm like, all right, I hear that, and I'm like, all right, like I'm calling a fucking a wood cutting company to come get rid of this branch before this shit comes through because with her track record, it's coming down soon. So she's fucking nuts, but yeah, just be wary of Sam, right? All right, dude. What else though, man? What else is going on with me? There was a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a couple weeks now. I don't know how deep I want to get into some shit with like I'm drinking beer, I'm kind of buzzed, like I don't know how articulate I'm going to be, how connected my thoughts are going to be. But like fuck it, man, at the end of the day, once again, this is for me, so I want to get a little philosophy segment here. So if I held you up to this point, you're free to go. But you know, if you want to dig into some little philosophical concept, it's nothing too crazy. It ain't gonna bore you or anything. But you know, we're gonna go a little different direction here. But I've been thinking about this chick who I read a while back a bit about her, and I've been kind of thinking about it lately. Her name is Simone de Beauvoir. I don't know if you've heard of her. But I've specifically been thinking of her ethics of ambiguity piece. Now that sounds like a mouthful, but I promise it's super easy concept to understand. I'll try not to lose you guys, but I think it's just like I don't know. I think it's a good reminder of what we should all be trying to do here as human beings. So, but a little background on Simone. She's like a French existentialist, kind of a badass dude. To like kind of hyper sum her up, like she believes like on a very basic level that like we all have a moral obligation to free ourselves of our predispositions to create our own meaning in life, essentially, more or less. But not only that, she also believes that it's our like moral responsibility to help free others as well. So she kind of takes it a step further than a lot of these guys. So Simone is definitely she's ambitious. She's kind of badass for that. But anyway, dude, on to the ethics of ambiguity. So to simplify it for like today's conversation, I guess, dude. Beers are hitting, feeling good. Um, all right. So mainly, yeah, to simplify, she breaks down the duality of being a human. All right. Now this term it has lots of meaning. We're gonna specifically focus on the duality of being an individual. But uh, so I, the idea is that we are all two people that are coexisting at the same time. And this is true on multiple levels. We exist as individuals, as a collective. We exist in both mind and in body. We are not like we are not just the sum of everything that has happened to us, which is like our genetic makeup, our past experiences, our psyche, our physiology, whatever. We're that, but we're also someone who is becoming. We are constantly transforming. We are like potentiality realizing itself constantly, okay? Like the human condition is like you think of it as like we are the caterpillar and also the butterfly simultaneously. It's like we are solid, but we are also becoming. So that's the premise, okay? So on like one hand, yes, like we are the person who we have lived up to this point. Like, and some people can get kind of stuck in that mentality, right? Like, you might hear some people defend themselves by saying things like, I don't know, like it's just how I grew up, or you would too if you've been through what I have, or like this is just who I am type of mentality. Um, and I don't know, dude. Like I get it. Like it's extremely hard to break a habit, especially the habit of being you. And it gets harder the older we get, for sure. So like yes, we all kind of solidify into who we are as we age, and our past is real, and we cannot change it, like for sure. But obviously, like It is not the final definition of who we are. It doesn't have to be, at least. So like plenty of people find things later in life and completely like make a turn, you know what I mean? Take a sip of beer. I'm fucking blowing through it right now. But yeah, dude, people find things all the time later on, like exercise, which I always bring up, like new hobbies, maybe a new career path. Some people even like find religion, and like how that happens, like it could be random, could be through a traumatic event, maybe a health scare, maybe through like education, just making yourself more aware. Maybe they have a new partner who's inspiring them to like explore different things, whatever it is. Like the point is, the human mind and body do remain flexible throughout. Even if that flexibility can like diminish over time, like we are still capable of change in that regard, right? Okay, so we are not bound by who we've been to this point, right? Seems obvious enough. Now, the other side of that coin, so like while we should not like operate under the premise that we are who we also like just can't exist on the other side. We can't only be possibility. We can't exist in possibility. You need like a solid foundation of being before you can build towards anything. It's like, and the supporting structure needs to be like the supporting structure of who we are needs to be properly aligned with what we are trying to build for ourselves. Like if that makes sense. So like for like a very basic example, like yeah, you can make the decision right now to be a doctor, right? And like objectively, sure, it is possible, but without like establishing a framework to do that, it's never going to happen. Like you got to be committed to studying for hours on end, sitting through long like rigorous courses, giving up nights out with your friends. Like if you're not ready to do all that at a minimum, it's never going to happen. And also like you just might not have like the innate intelligence for that certain thing to even understand all of the concepts you need to understand, right? So like you do have to have a certain baseline. Like you do have to be solid in certain aspects to reach some of your potential, okay? And I think that's where like the law of attraction crowd kind of lose the plot. Um, I think it's more than just like visualizing and repeating affirmations. Like you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to establish a baseline of being that is congruent with the goal you're moving towards, right? God damn, dude, I'm fired up. But yeah, man, like you have to become the like you have to become the kind of individual that would realize like any particular potential or goal you want to reach. Like once you align who you are with who you want to be, then the world will open up for you. So like otherwise, like your future self will only be a theory, and like many people live in that shit. Like they live in possibilities. They never commit to anything. Like if you don't have to, if they don't try, they don't fail, and that way they can always like I don't know. You can just kind of remain. You can remain potential and never actually be realized. I don't know. I guess like to summarize all this shit, I'm not saying we all need to make like drastic changes to improve our lives. Like some of us, I don't know, like some of us are on that shit anyway. Some of us are fine with who they are. Like this isn't like I don't know. This isn't at everybody, but it's just good to remember that we always can and people always do. We are free to choose in every moment like how to be moving forward. I think seeing yourself as like a continually evolving character is kind of freeing. Like, and it's probably obvious to most of you listening to this idea of dualism. I guess it's just good thing to remember to balance both the aspects of being, like accepting yourself while like striving to be better. And when you need to, fucking rip up the groundwork of like bad habits that you want to rid yourself of and lay new foundations, you know? And fucking, I don't know, dude. Just quit being a pussy. I believe in you. We're all trying to get better out here, okay? So that was it. That's all I have for that segment there. Just I was thinking a lot about her, what like, and this idea of ambiguity. I just think duality just exists in so many forms, and it's been kind of on my mind lately. So I wanted to get that out. But yeah, man. Just on top of that, like I don't know, just like I guess segueing from that, like what am I trying to improve as of late for me? Like at the end of the day, like this is me trying to, just put this shit on paper, hold myself accountable. Like I think I'm trying to have more patience in general. Like I think this lack of sleep made me realize like how like how far I have to come with that kind of shit. I think like when you strip basic necessity away from somebody, like you kind of see like who they can be underneath like anything that they built up. So I've learned that I'm still kind of a pussy when it comes to not sleeping much. So I'm learning how to cope with that and to deal with it. What else, man? Dude, I started making this health like concoction of sorts, dude. I'm not trying to go down like a supplement rabbit hole, like or try to tell anyone else to, but what I have been doing, um, it's a very simple drink. All right, two ingredients: beetroot powder and fucking chia seeds, and it tastes awful. It's like the worst shit I've ever had, but I do feel great afterwards. I just feel like this hum of energy, and there's never a crash. It's just kind of there. Um, and it's like sustaining. And even on those nights where I've like had lack of sleep and I drink this drink, like I'm finding myself able to get through the day without really noticing it. So I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I gotta figure out the taste though. I have to add fucking lemon juice or something because it is god awful. But I genuinely do feel like a pretty good energy bump throughout the day. Um, I don't know, dude. And like, what else am I up to? Like, been trying to replace scrolling with reading before bed. Just like going through some old Carl Jung again. Sucks because like I get them all on PDF versions on like my phone web browser, and it's just the text is small and it cuts off. But like I don't know, I'm chugging through it, dude. Just educational purposes, not trying to have fun with it, just getting it in, and it's always good info. So glad for that. I'm also skimming through the science of flow state, just trying to figure out ways to like maximize it in the moment. Like I don't know, I definitely feel it a lot while writing. Sometimes even while just like talking freely. I don't know. I feel it while gaming too sometimes, but like I realize I have to be like alone to really hit it. Like I can't be distracted. I kind of have to be by myself in a sense. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I just think the perfect spot to find that flow is like when your mind and body are like interacting at the same time. And it's like I don't know, like trying to put into words, like you're not thinking of what you're doing as you're doing it, but you're not necessarily acting without thinking. It's like you're like kind of watching yourself in real time, like subconsciously. It's kind of like a direct feedback loop. Like your mind is kind of thinking about what needs to be done next while your body's like in the process of actively doing what needs to be done in the moment. It's like very I don't know. It's like hand in hand at like they're at the same time, but I don't know. It's tough to explain, but there is a sweet spot, dude. I swear, and it's that sweet spot. That's where like true creativity, peak performance live, dude. I'm telling you, it's another duality. I think Simone was fucking onto something. All right, I don't know, man. I'm just here drinking beer, dude. That's all that's going on with me. Looking at this picture on screen, by the way, as I finish off this third beer, that is me at the bottom of the screen with my '07 class of middle school shirt on there with all my homies just towered over me. Um, I don't know. I think we were all like maybe 19 in this picture. I see some faces I haven't seen in a long fucking time in here, but I don't know, dude. Just good times remembering this shit, man. But yeah, man, it's good to have this third beer, dude. I feel like it's like a cup of coffee at some point. Like I started off tired, I kind of got into, and now it's just like I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like I'm getting the night started at 10 p.m. and I've been up since 6 a.m., dude. Something about that third beer just really just gets the juices flowing, get your mind going, dude. I don't know, man. It's magical. It's magical every fucking time. And I hope you guys well. Like I wish you all, if anyone's fucking listening to it, it could be me listening back. Who knows? But I don't know, man. Just happy to be here. I'm gonna sign off after this final sip. Hopefully next week I'll be able to pop on another episode. And yeah, dude, I want to keep improving this shit. Like I do want to have video clips. Like I want to do better editing. My only editing is like stopping and starting segments between pisses. That's all I'm doing. Like this shit is like my thoughts are free right now. Ain't nothing being reined in. Like this is just me going. So I don't know. Hopefully, if you are listening, you enjoyed some of it. If let me know, shoot me a text. I've always loved to talk about anything and everything with the homies. All right. But until next time, I'll catch you later. All right. Peace.